What's up, guys? It is I am back. So today we got more officially announced JOYTOY 4 Warhammer 40K figures and 1 Horus Heresy figure. So just like last time, we're going to quickly take a look at the videos. We're going to look at the figures. We're going to look at the prices of the figures. We're going to get you the best deal. Figure out which is going to be your best to buy, as well as one of them got a glow up. So we're going to take a look at the previous version from JOYTOY, which was just released, I think, about a year and a half ago. So we're going to take a look at that. We'll see the improvements of it. All right, guys, as you can see, I'm in a little bit of a different garb today too. Wearing my chest plate from my upcoming cosplay that I'm gonna be wearing at New York Comic-Con of the Grey Knight Interceptor. So I put the chest plate on. I couldn't get the power pack on because it winds up tilting too much forward because I don't have any other straps on. And of course, I couldn't get the arms and shoulders on because it just would be way too cumbersome. I wouldn't be able to move my arms. So let's get over to the videos. Let's go take a look. Let's go. All right, guys, I'm back. So we're going to take a look at the 3 new Blood Angels Sanguinary Guard figure. This is from the Warhammer 40K line. Let's take a look at them. Again, the new design is driven by the new miniatures that came out this year. So let's see what JOYTOY did. So there's the 3 of them. We got 2 in Carmine spears. I really like that new Angelus bolt gun magazine design where it's circular around the wrist. That looks really cool. The spear looks cool. Doesn't look like there's any shading on that little piece of cloth from his waist that's hanging down. We got all of the, I mean, the figure looks great. The gold looks awesome. It pops. And then we get the in Carmine blade and the Infernus pistol, which looks really good. The helms look good. Again, this looks like it has a little bit more shading. Not much shading at all, if any, on the armor this time. But they look cool. This is the newer buck, so this is going to be the larger one compared to what we got previously. And again, we get that Angelus bolt gun with that wrist-mounted bolter and the circular magazine that goes around his wrist looks cool. And we got the in Carmine spear with the Blood Angel banner. Looks really good. I mean, I'm going to grab all 3 of these figures because I'm a Blood Angel fan. But these look cool. I totally was not expecting that we were going to get these figures. Absolutely not. So this is the JOYTOY site. So we can see all 3 of the figures here. You can pick them up for $145.18. That's not going to be your cheapest price, but you will get them pretty quick, just like Cool Toys Club and LT Cave. These are supposed to be shipped out in October of 2025. So in only a couple months, that's what's awesome about JOYTOY is we'll get these releases, and then 3 to 4 months later, if not sooner, we're getting these figures. Now, individually, each one is about $48, right? They're not going to be the cheapest. The cheapest is going to be, we'll jump over to Cool Toys Club here. And looking at their figures, with shipping, each figure is going to be about $10 with their shipping cost. So this is going to be about $45 compared to the, I think it was at 48 from JOYTOY. So they're going to, so Cool Toys Club is going to be your cheapest bet as far as picking up these figures each. Looking at some of the pictures of them, these look awesome. Look at that. So then we get obviously the one with the head sculpt with the wreaths around his head looks pretty cool. Not for me, I'm always going to have them displayed with the actual helms on, but the armor looks great. And we get the flight stands with them. We get the in Carmine spear, we get the Inferno pistol, very cool. And we get the backside picture, very cool. And then we get the one without the helm, again the visage of Sanguinius, so it looks pretty cool. Nice flight stand poses, very cool. And again, it's the little bit, it's gonna be the larger buck than the last Sanguinary Guard, which we'll look at in just a second. Very cool. And there's the in Carmine spear. Very nice. I really like the in Carmine spear. That's a nice pose. Spear throwing pose. And again, this is the one that I'm really liking. The one with the banner on the spear. I hope we see more of this. And I really like the wrist-mounted bolter with the magazine circular around the wrist. That's pretty cool. And again, the banner looks really cool. I love this pose. This looks really cool. I hope we get more sort of like spear with some of these banners on it. I think this is a really cool look. All right, so that is the Sanguinary Guard. This is the miniature that these are based on that came out this year. So this is the glow up of the Sanguinary Guard. I believe this came out this year. So this was the upgraded version. I know that there was a lot of drama around the fact that Games Workshop removed the wings, which we'll see here in a second, for them, and just throw these little tiny wings on the back of the power packs. So here's the miniatures that they're based on. Obviously, that's that wrist-mounted magazine bolter where it goes around. They're basing everything on this. Obviously, these have more shading on the miniatures, but you can see the price. All three cost $60. Individually, we're looking about $48-50 for each one of the figures, so it's not too bad. And then going over to here we go with the Sanguinary Guard. This was the previous versions of these figures, which came out a couple years ago, or maybe last year. But these look really cool. Again, we're getting the shorter squat bodies with these, right? But look at the, oh man, dude, look at the shading on the wings. Look at those big wings, dude. Those look awesome. And what's crazy about these figures, I think these were sick. Yeah, these are more, even now, these are more expensive than the new figures. So again, it's going to be a shorter, squatter figure with not the new buck, which is a longer one, but these came with so much stuff, dude. And the wings were amazing. So I'm still going to hold on to my ones. I'll just add these new ones to it. So maybe I'll just make these ones the Sanguinary Guard or something, right? Whenever we get the Sanguinary figure, which I believe we're going to wind up getting. So these look cool. So let's jump over to the other 40K figure, which was also a surprise, and that was Cypher. So I was not expecting Cypher to come out at all. If you would have asked me, definitely not. So let's take a look at the video and let's see what they've got. Cypher looks cool. Obviously, this is he's got the blood. He's got the Dark Angel symbol down by his waist, but he is such a complicated and weird character, dude. Wow, look at the size. So he's got the power, he's got the plasma pistol, he's got a bolter, and he's got that massive sword on his back, dude. And we get the Dark Angel's insignias and stuff. He looks cool. So jumping over to his pictures. So the figure itself is going to be $61.60. Again, you're going to get from Cool Toys Club, price-wise, $45-44 with about $10 in shipping, so $55, so about $4 to $5 cheaper than the official JOYTOY site. LT Cave is going to be the same thing. I know we didn't look at the Sanguinary Guard, but they're essentially the same price. Let's see. So the pre-order for these, yeah, it's $46.99. And let me jump over to him, $58.99. So if we look at Cool Toys Club, $45. Yeah, so it's pretty comparable. Again, it's about $10 in shipping. So it's a couple bucks cheaper if you buy them from Cool Toys Club. That looks like it's the cheapest one. But jumping back over to the official pictures of Cypher. So so he comes with a power, he comes with a plasma pistol, and then he comes with a bolter pistol. He comes with a removable knife. We can see the Dark Angel symbol on here. He's got I guess that's a chaos symbol. But his sword, look at the size of that swine handler. It's so massive, dude. That's not even a bastard sword. That's like a swine handler. That is humongous. He looks really cool. And again, but he has like shading. It's so crazy. So he has shading on his black matte armor, and he's got some brown as well. Very cool. I love the hood. And again, the newer scale figures, so we're gonna have that, which is cool. Look at this. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so he does not come with a masked head. So he's just coming with his unmasked head and the cloak over it, a couple of hands. That sword is massive. I would assume that they're not showing it comes out of the sheath. I'm hoping it comes out of the sheath because we're not seeing any shots of him holding this thing. I would assume it comes out because you can see right here, there's the blade portion of it. I would assume that this comes out of the sheath. I would assume there's got to be video or pictures somewhere else of this, right? So anyway, he looks awesome. He looks really cool, and he has a very complicated past. Oh, actually, you know what? I just noticed his sword is attached to his power pack. Let's see if we can get a back shot here. There we go. Yeah, so it is attached to. So the sheath and the sword essentially is attached to the back of his power pack. He has a very interesting power pack. It has some dials on it, which I've never seen before. So that looks cool. And again, like I was saying before, he's a very complicated figure. He comes from the Horus Heresy, who was part of the Dark Angels originally. After the Horus Heresy, he flipped. He became sort of aligned with the Chaos and became part of the Fallen, etc. And so he's still around in Warhammer 40K. He's very mysterious, and like his motives are unknown. Sometimes it looks like he helps the Imperium, and sometimes he's not. So it's very interesting. But yeah, so he comes with a bunch of stuff. And here's his original. So this is the miniature of him. So what's crazy is his miniature's $37, and the figure you can buy for about 61, so about 58 from Cool Toys Club, and I believe about that for LTK. But here's his miniature. Very cool. I mean, it's spot on as far as the miniature. The only thing is this on his hood. Does that have it as well? Yeah, it does. Look at that. They got down to the T. Again, the only thing that I'll say with this figure is I want to know if this gigantic wine handler comes out of his sheath. I would assume so, and I'm sure that there's going to be videos out there of it coming out. So we know his knife on his chest here comes out, or his waist, as well as I'm assuming this wine handler comes out. So he looks very cool. All right, so the last one is going to be our 30K figure, which is going to be Little Horus Aximand. So he has a lot of history. He wound up dying near the end of the Horus Heresy. So, but it gives me hope, because if they're coming out with this type of a character, I know it's Sons of Horus and we've already gotten them. I would assume that we're going to get the figure that I want from the Horus Heresy, which is Grey Knight of Grey. So let's see. Very cool. I love that shield, dude. Oh man, I'm a sucker for shields, dude. Wow, looks so cool. I'm so glad I picked up all the Horus Heresy figures. He looks cool. Very nice. Not a lot of shading, if any, you can see on this figure. The cloak looks cool. So let's see some close-ups of him really quick. Oh man, that is such a great picture. Such a great picture. I love the helm is very reminiscent of the extra helm that I got for Abaddon. So he's very reminiscent of Abaddon with that helm, which is really cool. And he's got that, I believe it's like a storm shield. Very cool. I love his sword. He is really cool looking figure. There we go on the back. We got the back straps holding his cloak on. Very cool. Man, I'm such a sucker for shield. And then we can see him with his unhelmeted head. Oh, that's an awesome pose. Very cool. I am so happy that I picked up all the Sons of Horus. And there we can see everything he comes with. So he comes with, actually, you know what's interesting here is, look at the size of this holster that he's sitting on his side. And look at the size of the gun. So this massive bolter can sit on his hip in a way. It's not a traditional holster, because obviously this is not a traditional pistol type of weapon. But this looks cool. And then we get the box mag essentially at the bottom of his bolter. Very cool. So it comes with the extra head, and we can see the scar on it. Looks cool. Very cool. I'm definitely picking him up. I'm picking up all three of these figures. So looking at, here's his miniature that it was based on. What's funny is the sword is a little bit shorter here compared to, and there's this unhelmeted version, which is cool. Again, unhelmeted. Very cool. They captured everything with JOYTOY. They did another great job. Again, maybe not as much shading as it's on here. It's more of a matte black that's on here with the shield, but I think they did a great job. I really I think they did an awesome job with this figure. All the figures they did a great job with. The only thing you can really complain about is the lack of shading on some of these figures, but even that, like, I mean, it's not bad at all. So yeah, so that is the 3 new figures. Looking at price wise, again, this is crazy actually. This is $58 for this miniature. I know it's Horus Heresy, but if you look at like the price, let's just go to this. Look at this, is only like a couple bucks different than the official price on it. So again, looking at the prices for Horus Aximand, let's jump over here. LT Cave, it's the same thing, $58.99. It's going to be very similar to Cool Toys Club with the $10 extra for the shipping. So Cool Toys Club is going to be about, looks like it's about $3 cheaper on each of these figures than LT Cave and the official JOYTOY website, right? Because JOYTOY is $61 and LT Cave, actually LT Cave is a couple bucks cheaper. So it's going to be about $5 or $6 more on the official JOYTOY website for each one of these figures. Cool Toys Club is going to come in number 1 with about $5 cheaper than this price, and then LT Cave is kind of like right in the middle. The only other one that I wanted to say here was this is the Merch Hammer. They don't have all of the figures. They only have Horus Aximand. So, and again, look at the price on him, $69.99. And then you have to pay for shipping. So this is about $10-15 for shipping of this figure. So your best bet is going to be either Cool Toys Club, LT Cave, or the official JOYTOY website. Here's Cool Toys Club. So one of those 3. Again, we got affiliate links in the description if you guys are interested for LT Cave and Cool Toys Club. Amazon, I was checking the prices before. They're very similar to the official JOYTOY website. So right now there isn't that big of a discount on Amazon. I know we normally see that. I haven't checked AliExpress. You can check our Discord and become a member, because we have a entire chat for all of the AliExpress deals. Our man DG updates those, so if you want to find any deals, you can join the Discord. So yeah, so these figures look awesome. I'm very happy with the releases. Out of the, I would say 3, because we're gonna group the Sanguinary Guard into one figure. I think my favorite is Cypher. Cypher looks awesome. Totally unexpected figure that we were gonna get him. Totally unexpected. But I would say that Cypher is definitely my favorite of the bunch, even though I don't collect Dark Angels, but he's kind of a chaos. I know the Chaos Space Marine here, it's very complicated, his history. So, but yeah, so this is the clear favorite out of all of them. I already picked up all 5 of them, but this would be my favorite. So, all right, guys, I'm Wraith. I'm out. If you guys like this content, please like and subscribe. All right, guys, I'm out. Later.